Greetings, yogis, and welcome. I'm Rebecca, and thank you for joining me for this short but powerful practice to raise your energy and get you in touch with your feelings of your own self-worth. You might want one block for this practice today if you choose to use that for Virasana. Otherwise, take a moment, gather what you need, roll out your mat, and I'll see you on the mat. All right, we're going to settle right in today, coming into Virasana. So if you like to use a block for your Virasana, you can bring that right in between your ankles and sit the hips back, allowing the heels to come slightly to the outsides of the hips and the hands to rest gently on the lap. And just take a couple of deep breaths here, maybe inhaling the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling the shoulders down the back. Inhaling shoulders to ears, exhaling shoulders to back. One last time, inhaling the shoulders up and exhaling to release. We'll interlace the fingers now, pressing the palms out and away, inhaling the arms up overhead, allowing this place, the solar plexus, right underneath the breastbone to open up. Exhaling, raining the fingers down, interlacing the fingers again, pressing out and away on the inhale. Using our practice today to connect with our own power, our own self-worth. Exhaling, allowing the fingers to rain down. One more time, inhaling in, feeling the chest open, feeling your own power growing up through the base of your spine and into this solar plexus space. Exhale, fingers rain down. We'll move the block out of the way now if you have that. We're going to come around into our tabletop shape. So finding this nice stacking of the joints, fingers nice and wide, drawing the belly button into the spine, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, or if you have the toes rolled under, pressing into the toes. Inhaling to drop the belly, imagining that solar plexus area shining forward like a great light. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, dropping the belly, shining your light forward. Exhale, round the back. A couple more times here at your own pace, remembering to press into the tops of the feet or the toes. And then finding our way into our neutral spine. We'll walk those hands, a couple of hand prints in front, roll the toes under and come back into our downward facing dog. And you might bend one knee, deepening into one heel. Moving gently with yourself here. First downward dog of the practice. And imagine that you can turn the eyes of your elbows forward so they're shining forward like great headlights. And then spread the collarbones apart from each other, sinking that solar plexus spot forward toward the space in between your toes. And now we'll inhale up to the toes. Exhale, allowing the heels to sink down towards the mat. And then bending into the knees, we'll shift the gaze forward, walking up towards the top of the mat, coming to meet in our forward fold. Perhaps walking the fingertips from one side to the other, or just allowing yourself to dangle here, crown of the head, relaxing towards the floor, hands grasping the elbows. Just take any natural movement here that feels good, stretching through the back of the shoulders, maybe moving the knees slightly. Just listen. Just listen. And then when you're ready, inhale up to stand with a flat back. Hands come to heart center. We're going to warm up the body today with our sun salutation B. So this sun salutation has some warrior one pose in it and begins with a chair pose. So inhaling the arms up overhead, we'll exhale as we sink back into our chair pose. Inhaling here to grow tall, exhaling, hands come all the way through heart center, sinking down, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Planting both hands, we'll step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot in between the hands, planting the left heel. Inhaling, arms come up, warrior one. Spreading the collarbones away from each other, shining forward with that solar plexus spot. Inhaling here, grow tall. Exhale, release, framing the foot, stepping back, downward facing dog. Here you can stay in your down dog or come to plank and come through your vinyasa. Inhaling up, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling up through the left heel. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands, planting that right foot. Inhaling up, warrior one. Spreading the collarbones away from each other, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Inhaling, grow tall. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog, or come through your vinyasa. Choosing baby cobra or up dog. And then shifting the gaze forward, walk or hop back to the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale up to stand with a flat back. I'll come through this sun salutation one more time. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale, sitting back into our chair. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, releasing down, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right foot comes forward, planting the back foot. Inhale up, warrior one. Grow tall. Exhale, release. Coming through your vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. And when you find your way back to down dog, inhaling up left leg. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, all the way down, coming through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Shifting the gaze forward, bending the knees here, and walk or hop back to the top of the mat. Coming into forward fold, and then inhaling up to stand with a flat back. Hands come to heart center. Taking a moment here, pressing the heels of the thumbs into that sternum right above your solar plexus, feeling your own energy, your own power filling your body here. Nice big deep breath. And exhale. Take a moment to make any adjustments you may need to make. And then we'll inhale the arms up overhead, really reaching out through the fingertips, spreading the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Planting both hands. Now we'll step back, downward facing dog. Again, imagining that solar plexus area, reaching back for the space in between the toes. And then grounding down through the left foot. We'll inhale the right heel up high. Exhale, knee to nose, stepping through and setting up for a high lunge on this side. So grounding down into this front supporting foot, inhaling up, high lunge. Nice big inhale here, reaching out through the fingertips. Exhale, we'll allow the torso to shift forward as the arms reach back, pressing back through that back heel. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, shifting forward, hands reach back. And then bringing more of the weight into this front foot, we'll shift the weight forward, allowing the back foot to lift from the floor, inner thigh shining up towards the ceiling. Arms reaching back, allowing that back foot to come back in contact with the floor, inhaling, arms up, this time coming to warrior one. So back heel is connecting with the mat, reaching up tall. Exhale, bringing the hands down around the foot. We'll ground the hands here, either fingertips or palms of the hand, as we press into the front foot, coming into a standing L or standing split pose. Welcoming the energy, welcoming the power of this pose. Allowing that back foot to find the mat once more. Warrior one, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, allowing those fingertips to swim around back, interlacing behind the base of the spine and pressing down and away, opening that solar plexus up towards the front of the mat, perhaps shifting the gaze forward slightly or upward slightly. Big deep breath here. And then on our next exhale, we'll allow the torso to shift forward, coming down over the front leg and allowing those knuckles to reach up towards the ceiling. Humble warrior. Allowing the hands to sink down now, fingers releasing, coming down to frame the front foot, stepping the back foot forward, inhaling up into chair pose. Big deep breath here, reaching out through the fingertips, sinking the hips back. Inhaling to come up to stand. Hands come to heart center, coming down all the way, forward fold. Planting both hands, stepping back, downward facing dog. And here you can come through a vinyasa or stay in downward dog. Coming to plank, if you're coming to your vinyasa, exhaling down to the floor, hover for a moment, inhale up, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Three deep breaths here. And then inhaling up through the left leg. Exhale, left knee to nose. Stepping the left foot through the hands, setting up for high lunge. Inhaling up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands reach back, torso leaning forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands reach back. Taking that weight into the front foot, lifting the back foot any amount. Arms reach back, finding your balance. And then allowing that back foot to sink down towards the floor, coming into warrior one. Reaching up through the fingertips. And exhale, hands rain down, framing that front leg. Coming into our standing L pose. So lifting that back leg up from the floor, supporting ourselves with the hands now. One more breath. Bending into the front knee, allowing that back foot to connect with the floor, inhaling up. Warrior one. Inhaling up through the fingertips now, allowing the fingertips to swim around behind, interlacing behind the spine in that way that feels unusual or odd. Pressing the knuckles down and away. Opening up that solar plexus, that source of our power. Feeling our worth. Shifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, sinking the upper body forward, coming into humble warrior. Pressing the shoulders back, not allowing them to fall forward, but really reaching out through the knuckles here. One more breath. And then allowing the fingertips to release on the exhale, coming back to frame the front foot, stepping the back foot forward, inhaling up, chair pose. Nice big deep breath here. And then inhale to stand. Hands come together, coming down through heart center into your forward fold. Stepping back to your downward facing dog or coming into plank, coming through your vinyasa. And then everyone meeting in downward facing dog. Three deep breaths. And coming down now, bringing the knees close together or out wide, your choice. Shifting back into child's pose. Fingers out nice and long. Shifting the hips back towards the heels. Taking a minute here to feel the energy in your body. And then walking the fingertips back towards the body on an inhale. We'll rise up, shifting the feet to one side and bringing the legs out long in front into Dandasana. Pulling the right knee into the body here. We'll take this right leg over the left if you like, or you can leave it on the inside of the left leg. And then allow the arm to come around the knee, hands sweeping around behind, inhaling to grow tall into this twist. Nice job showing up for yourself today. Coming to your mat for this practice, showing yourself that you're worthy of this time and energy that you invest in yourself. Inhaling to grow tall. And exhale, release. We'll pick up that leg like a baby. If you can take the foot into the crease of the elbow, you can do that. If not, that's fine too. Just hug the leg in. Give it a little rock from side to side. And then we'll allow that leg to extend out long, bringing the left leg into the chest. Now, stepping that left leg over the right if you like. Inhaling the right arm open wide. Exhale, reaching around the left, letting those left fingertips swim around behind. Paying attention to what these right toes are doing, continuing to move them back towards the face. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhale, twisting that solar plexus just a little more over to the left. Exhale to release forward. Once again, hugging that left leg into the chest. Maybe the left foot comes into the crease of the elbow, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Good. Allowing that to release. I'm going to shake out through the legs here a little if you like. I'm going to set up for a quick boat pose before we close our practice. So bringing the hands behind the bent knees, rolling the shoulders onto the back, imagining that there was a string here in the solar plexus drawing us forward. So getting that action moving forward. And then from here, leaning back into the knees, maybe lifting the legs from the ground, maybe not. Maybe extending one leg or both, releasing the hands, finding a focal point, and keeping it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Allow the soles of the feet to find the floor, hugging the knees with the arms, stretching out through the back. And then when you're ready, shifting down onto the back, bringing the knees into the chest, perhaps hugging the nose up to the knees, and then allowing yourself to release the limbs out, coming into your Shavasana or resting pose. And just taking a few deep breaths here. Inhaling that fresh oxygen and energy all the way down into the bottom of the lungs. And exhaling anything that doesn't serve you. And if you have some extra time to stay here today, I invite you to do so. If not, you can inhale your arms up overhead, stretching out through the toes. And exhale, rolling to one side, pressing yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you, friends and fellow yoga warriors, for showing up today for this practice with me, for showing yourself your own power, your own worth. And may your yoga follow you off the mat and into your day.